Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's webinar, Revenue Cycle Management, the Future of Dental Billing. My name is Shirley, and I will be your moderator this evening. Welcome, everyone, again. I'm so excited to welcome Amy Spaulding as our speaker this evening. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Shelley. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. And Amy, you have such an impressive background. Amy Spaulding is the Director of Operations at eAssist, and she's been an influential force in the dental industry for more than 20 years. Amy excels at breaking down complex problems in the dental world and finding solutions. Before we get started, I'd like to take a moment to go over some very quick housekeeping. If you have a question, we ask that you please email it or them to webinars@henryschein.com, and I will be adding that email address to our chat in a moment. But again, it is webinars@henryschein.com. CE is not available for tonight's webinar. Okay, well, we are ready to go. Amy, welcome, and thank you for being with us tonight. I'll pass it over to you now.
All right, great. It's great to be here today. I'm looking forward to sharing lots of great material with you all. And I hope you'll walk away with some information that you can take back to your practices and put to use immediately. We're going to be talking about how to vacation-proof your revenue. So let's talk through what that looks like. I'd like to thank eAssist for allowing me to present to you today, and I want to tell you a little bit about them before we get into the meat of the presentation. eAssist invented optimized revenue cycle management and front office services for dentists. For more than 10 years, the eAssist platform has been putting money back in the pockets of the nation's dedicated dentists, reducing the stress of their teams and creating more reliable cash flow. The eAssist platform is comprised of dental billing specialists serving over 2,300 dental offices and DSOs. These are just some of the amazing awards and recognition that eAssist has received over the years. It's really impressive that they have what they've accomplished. But the most impressive to me is the number on the right. Today, eAssist has collected $9.34 billion of insurance companies on behalf of dental practices all over the country. Now, what I'd like to do is just talk through some of the most familiar things that you think of when you think of eAssist billing services, but you may not realize all the other things that eAssist does to serve dental practices. These are services that can often take your admin team's hours to accomplish, and you're paying them for those hours. Outsourcing these services can free up their time and opportunity to work on processes that are best done within the practice. Again, eAssist's original focus was dental billing and insurance filing. They also offer credentialing services for dentists who may be starting out or are a new practice altogether. A huge time saver would be the insurance verification service. It is unbelievable how much time is used by your team just sitting on the phone, on hold, waiting to ask questions about insurance benefits and eligibility. Another is accounting and bookkeeping. There's offers from eAssist, and they understand the ins and outs of a dental practice better than a local accountant or bookkeeper because they focus on dental practices alone. Patient portion is where statements to those customers are sent, and this means eAssist has specialists who send statements and also work those balances to collect them from your patients. Many practices struggle with the phone calls and the statements and would prefer someone else did the dirty work. Lastly, they offer a full schedule. They have specialists who go into your practice management software and work the overdue patients that need their continuing care and treatment plans. So just a little bit more about them. And then it's a little bit about me and just kind of my background. So one of the things, I have many years here in the dental field, and I'm coming to you, of course, working from and on behalf of eAssist. And as we're working through, we find that dentists really have certain questions that they want to know from us how we can help them. So let's jump into that. What we hope that you learn today is that you understand the key difference between dental billing and revenue cycle, know the step-by-step process of revenue cycle, and learn how to streamline your revenue cycle management process. So let's start with that first one, dental billing versus revenue cycle management. What is dental billing? Dental billing is submitting claims to insurance companies in order to receive reimbursement. Now, what revenue cycle is this whole line here. This is where eAssist really comes in and says, hey, we know a step-by-step process for entire billing cycle. We do that verification. We do the patient payment collection, the CDT codes. We know those. We have our practice booster. And also any of the claim follow-up and appeals are where we really shine. Many clients of ours leave money sitting on the table. So when that claim is denied, they're not coming back with that appeal because maybe they don't have someone in their office that knows how to appeal that claim. And then accounts receivable, just really working on what is going to get paid that is charted and charged out and what is not. Then you'll see this. This is our pipeline. So the patient schedules, they have the insurance verification, the patient is seen for treatment with you, the treatment plan's presented, and then the patient is having that copay collected, hopefully, and the claim sent correctly, the claim is followed up for payment, the claim is paid and posted timely, and additional balance is collected from the patient. Now, this is where, as you can see, if you had someone, yourself or your front office team, going out on vacation, kind of rounding back there, and if this was outsourced, it'd be vacation. We're working this behind the scenes. We know, hey, this patient is scheduled. We're going to help you get them scheduled. Hey, these are the insurance verification of benefits. Hey, that patient was seen for treatment. We see it right now, and we're going to go ahead and ensure that that patient paid. If they hadn't, give them a call today and say, this is the amount owed. And then we're going to collect that patient's copay, and we're going to send the claim out to through the clearinghouse. When that claim isn't paid, we'll do follow-up. But when it is, we're going to post that payment and any additional balance that might be due from the patient. So as you can see here, that's a comprehensive item that is done, right? And let's talk about just kind of what the revenue cycle management process is in detail. There's the insurance verification. Don't expect patients to know what their coverage is. They don't, right? Take the time to verify all that coverage and all the details. Anything around maximums, benefits, and frequency limitations really, truly is where we shine. We're calling on hundreds and hundreds of patients in a day, and we know that that plan with Cigna, when they tell us something, or that plan with Delta, when they tell us something, we know if it's true or if maybe somebody on the other line is new and maybe they just need to double check something. Lack of that verification leads to patient portions being increased and dissatisfaction of those patients, them not coming back. Let's talk about patient payment and collections. Always collect at the time of service. Some practices have a best practice when the patient comes in and checks in, they're collecting that payment up front so that when the patient is done with treatment, they're already scheduled and payment has already been collected. Maybe that is the implementation of the standard that you want to put in your practice. Now, being transparent about the estimated cost and confirming copays really builds that trust. So knowing what that copay is going to be and not having a surprise for that patient in the end really will go a long way in building trust and getting referrals from those patients. Then you have the CDT coding. These change every year. Be on the lookout. There's some other webinars and things on these coming your way. But use up-to-date resources. Practice Booster, Dr. Charles Blair, Coding with Confidence is what we recommend. Determine what code is applicable there. When you're on service with eAssist, if you have a question of that, as a clinician, we can help guide to what we know the code is meant to be charted and charged out for and what it isn't. And we've got some really great resources, clinicians on staff that can help with that also. Incorrect coding leads to insurance being denied, right? And then having to go fight again to say, oh, I didn't mean that code. I really meant this one. It delays and increases your AR. So let's talk about dental billing. This is the one that everyone really knows about, right? But some of the things to be kind of on the lookout for. Use that current ADA codes, right, in the forms. Make sure the x-rays, if you're not looking as a clinician at the x-ray and knowing, like, if you put the hat on and said, if I worked for the insurance company, would I have an opportunity to deny this claim looking at this x-ray? The answer is yes. Then the answer is going to be yes for them too. Each insurance carrier has different rules for the same procedures and what they require. And so we want to make sure that those claims are being submitted daily, that you're not letting them pile up and trying to get through them. So best practice here is charting and charging out everything that you've done before you leave the practice. Then we've got claim follow-up. Most common delays here is missing information or waiting periods or frequencies. And it can be completed. Most of them can be asked to be resubmitted online or over the phone. Just remember that those hold times, we're really good at those hold times. We've figured out those hold times pretty well and what to have our team working on the side to be efficient. But those hold times for your staff that you have a fixed cost for is 30 to 60 minutes. I don't know about you, but having someone be on hold and then a patient comes in and all of a sudden the insurance customer service rep from the insurance company says hello as the patient's walking in and you just spent 30 minutes. Right? You want to make sure that they're 100% focused on that patient walking through the door. So we want to make sure we're following up on those claims because that's really what pays the bills. And we're really good at that on our end. Then you have claims appeals. This is a good percentage. It's about 33% of claims go unappealed. And that's according to Dr. Charles Blair. There is a limited window to appeal. And so if you don't meet that time frame, some carriers, it's less than 30 days. Some it's within 1 year. So that window and time frame changes from carrier to carrier. And if you don't know that and your team doesn't know that, then you're just leaving money on the table for the hard work that you've done. Now, you want to implement dental insurance best practices in order to minimize that. We have some of our own that we've done, and it's why we can kind of stand on, bring peace of mind to our dentists. And just know that those claim appeals is really where we shine. Accounts receivable. This is posting your payments daily, regularly working accounts with aging to generate that cash flow, but making sure that the priority and attention is on those outstanding balances that are coming near 90 days. So let's talk through how to streamline your rev cycle. Again, just some things to consider, right? Let's talk through the full suite of revenue cycle services. And that is dental billing process. What goals are you wanting to achieve this year, right? We're all planning 2024. What goals do you have? How can eAssist help that practice? And again, our goal is to give offices peace of mind by streamlining the revenue cycle and keeping your cash flow consistent. The different areas that we support, again, dental billing, this is where we help the entire insurance revenue cycle from the start of the claim to the payment. Now, we do have insurance credentialing, insurance verification, dental accounting and bookkeeping, patient portion, and our full schedule. So dental billing service, this is what our commitment is. We get your over 90s, insurance accounts balances near zero. Now, because that's the consistent, there's always going to be some coming in. We look at your aging. We tell you how long it's going to take us to get you there. And we try to do that within the first 35 to 45 days, and then we keep it there for you. Then we have the promises. We're going to collect 100% of what's rightfully owed to you. We're going to submit those clean claims for payment. We're going to post all those payments to the patient ledger, and we're going to follow up at least every 10 business days on those claims. And we're going to get the insurance over 90 near zero. One option to streamlining your dental process and help ensuring that there is never a pause or delay in revenue. That's us. Office managers, if you're here, how nice would it be to take some time off or even a sick day without coming back to a stack of daunting EOBs waiting for you? eAssist comes in and helps support the office manager. And for those of you that are looking for staff at this time, we know it's hard out there finding really good staff to come in, and we're a supplement to that. So if you're finding that's hard for you to find at this time, we're here to help, even if it is in that short term of ensuring your claims get out and they get paid. And we're an adjustable cost. So just for transparency, this is what our reporting looks like back to you. Production and collection numbers, collection ratios, outstanding claims, outstanding insurance receivable and patient, and much, much more on here. We go into your practice management system, and we do all of the practice management systems out there to date. So there is insurance verification also. Insurance verification, and this is where we know all of those specific details. Here's what you can know about that. We complete all the verifications with 100% accuracy, at least 4 business days in advance. That's the big one here. And the input, the patient's correct remaining maximum and deductibles this time of year, that third one, it is really, really important, right? We don't want to be telling a patient, you have this treatment and they don't have the money from insurance to cover it. And then we attach that breakdown straight into your practice management system. We can also do non-data entry, which is we just put it on a form and we give it to you, and we upload that benefit breakdown to a HIPAA-secured shared folder for you. So if you don't want someone in the practice management system, we're still here to help you with that insurance verification. And as we highlighted at the beginning of the program, eAssist provides peace of mind to many dentists through increased revenue and decreased denials, but also in a myriad of other ways, as continuing education through our on-demand platform, Dental Zing, as well as book publishing and team training through Practice Booster. And why do we do this? because we care. We know what it's like when you struggle to focus on the patient standing in front of you because of the leaks in our revenue cycle management. And we've made all the commitment to pull out and all of that from you and put it on solid ground where we can really make that commitment to you. So eAssist is more than just dental billing. We're really here to help the practice strive. So if you would like to have someone from our team reach out to you and schedule a consultation regarding dental billing services, you can comment yes or not at this time. And if you find that there's anything in the future, if you just have a quick question and you're like, I'm wondering about this code, we can point you to some other webinars and things like that that are happening along with Henry Schein. So here's where there is this QR code that you can scan, and it's business solutions team at henryschein.com to learn more and schedule that consultation. And Shirley, I think that that's where we leave it. Normally we do a Q&A, but
this is wonderful. No, thank you so much. Oh man, that was so much wonderful information. Thank you so much, Amy. And yes, any questions, I have added the email into our chat box so everyone should be able to see it. If you have any questions, we'd love to answer them via email, or please send them to us, and then we will respond. And again, that's webinars@henryschein.com. Thank you so much, Amy, for a wonderful presentation this evening. And we thank all of you guys for joining us. And yes, thank you, Amy. We look forward to seeing you guys in future webinars.
Bye, Shirley. Thank you so much.
Bye. That was wonderful. Thank you. Bye.